Hello again and welcome back to Marchmaid's Midlife Donny Crisis. Today I thought, because it's St Brigid's Day here in Ireland, which is the first of February, because of that I thought I would unbox this doll here. So she is a Tyler Wentworth collection doll. She was originally for the London Fashion Doll Festival in 2006. But she's basically called Mayfair Gala, and she is the Sydney Chase face sculpt. So she doesn't actually have the Tyler Wentworth face sculpt, she has the Sydney Chase version. This is of course a Robert Tonner doll, if I haven't mentioned that already. And the reason I thought I would open it today, because it's, as I say, St Brigid's Day, is because of what she's wearing. She's wearing a very kind of green outfit, and I just thought it would fit very well. For those of you who don't know, St Brigid, or Brigid, is both a saint and a pre-Christian goddess. They kind of share the same sort of day, I think, and the 1st of February is also Imbolc, which you probably are aware of, which is the first day of spring. I think the 1st of February seems a bit early for the first day of spring, but never mind. Sometimes in February the worst weather is kind of yet to come, but there you go. So look, let's get this open here and we can see what our Celtic Goddess looks like. So you would have seen her briefly, I think, in a previous video, but I haven't actually opened her and got her out properly yet. So she comes with a certificate of authenticity here. So let me get that out. Okay, that seems to be stapled on. I'm going to leave that in, actually. Limited edition of 100. Oh, goodness, that's very strange. I didn't realise it was that few, to be honest, so I feel very lucky to get this doll, particularly because I didn't pay a huge amount for her. Okay, so look, I've just swapped the box around a bit so you can see her a bit better. The light is kind of shining down on her now. So these are very easy to get out, normally, so I'm presuming she's going to be no different. So she's got a ribbon here, and she's also got one around her head there. And I think, yeah, that is it. That is all that's holding her in. So here she is. I'm going to just pop her to one side and we'll see what else is in the box. So we've got a doll stand here. So this is one of those sort of saddle stands. And we've got this, which is the base. It's a clear kind of perspex base. And it's got Tyler Wentworth in the bottom of it there. And this bit basically just clips in. This is not a telescopic one, so we need to kind of have this arranged properly. I mean, you can remove it and put it back in again, and you can kind of move it around, not that that's going to help you very much. These can be a bit hit and miss, I have to be honest, these kind of stands. They are a little bit weird to me, but yeah, so that is the stand. We've got a pair of shoes here as well. These have seen better days, but this doll is 20 years old, and with some of this sort of like pleathery stuff, it just kind of, I was going to say it just disintegrates, and it literally came away in my hand. You can't expect this kind of material to last forever. Never mind. Maybe she'll have to wear them as sandals unless the front bit sort of drops off. I think actually that bit is not great either. Look, let's put the shoes to one side and let's have a look at the doll, shall we? So I've removed her hairnet or face net. It's basically all over that bit. Her hair is very nice and soft. I don't think there's any product in it. It's very shiny. It's quite dark, so there's sort of a blend of, I think, kind of a very dark brown and a sort of another brown. It certainly doesn't look like a flat colour, and there seems to almost be like a reddish hue as well to some of it. It's in this style already where it's basically kind of pushed back and she's got this sort of intricate sort of bun going on at the back. This is kind of sewn in with thread, so there's thread around that. So if you wanted to remove it, obviously you could do that, but you don't have to worry about, you know, a rubber band or anything in the hair perishing it, which is always good. But yeah, I don't know if you can see how sort of rich the hair actually looks. There's kind of a nice sort of brown, and it's just a very kind of nice colour. It probably looks a bit darker on camera than it actually is in real life. Obviously she's got the Sydney Chase face sculpt, which we have seen before, and I might get my other Sydney Chase face and we can compare the two. But she actually does look quite different to the other one. So she's got dark eyebrows, she's got sort of, I think, greyish eyes. She's got some sort of pink eye makeup, and I will try and get a close-up picture of her face so you can see it, so look out for that at the end of the video. She does have some blushing on her cheeks. She's got a sort of a shiny sort of nude lip almost. The makeup is quite subtle, but it's done very nicely, so it does kind of highlight her face quite well. She's got these little earrings in, which are made of sort of green beads, and I think you can remove them if you want. They're just kind of on a push thing. They're just kind of on a post there. I'm not going to remove the whole thing. I'm going to pop it back in for now. When I was taking off the hairnet, they were getting sort of, it was getting caught on the earrings. So if you do have any of these dolls, just be aware of that. And they are wearing earrings, obviously, that they might just get caught a little bit. She's wearing this rather fancy dress here. I'm not sure I like the dress all that much. I like this bodice bit, it's quite nice. This is all kind of green sequins, and it's the halter neck, so we've got it tied there just at the back there. We've also got some press studs in the back as well. They go quite down, so that's basically the length of where the studs are. We've then got, let me move her arms out the way. We've then got this kind of ribbon effect going around it with pleats in, and it's sort of like a chiffon-y type ribbon, which again is green. We've got some more sort of jewels there, which echo what she has in her ears, and also echoes her fancy bracelet here. Again, this is made of those kind of small green beads which have been sort of put together, and we've also got a clasp there, so you can take it off if you want to. If we go further down, we've then got the skirt part of the dress, and this has got different layers. So this is very kind of lacy. It's got a kind of a light green colour to it. There's also silver running through it, and we have this sort of flower pattern or floral pattern all over it. It feels like quite a big sort of lace design in it. It might have been nicer if it was a bit smaller. I mean, it's nice enough. It's certainly, you know, a lot of work's gone into it. That's for sure. If we go under that, we've then got some more of the kind of the green sort of chiffon-y type material, which is see-through. So that's kind of giving us more of a green hue through that as well. And then under that, we've got another layer, which I'm presuming is also attached. I think it's attached anyway to the dress. And it's just kind of like a cream sort of satin underskirt, which goes almost to her feet there as well. I don't know if that would be there maybe to stop the green from staining her. She's got tights on as well, so let me show you those. So yeah, she's got I think sort of nude tights on rather than it being any particular colour. She does have painted toenails as well. They're kind of painted red, and they will match her painted fingernails as well. I should mention this doll actually has more articulation than my previous Tyler Wentworth doll. So she's got the head, which we had before, so that kind of tilts and will go up and down and around. We've got articulation on the shoulder. We had that in the previous one. We've also got articulation at the elbow, and again we had that in the previous one. What we didn't have in the previous one was articulation of the wrists, which is a very welcome addition there. We've got articulation then on I think it's on the waist. Let me just unbutton this and we can have a look. I'm pretty sure they've got articulation at the waist, and I don't think they have it. Oh no, they've got it at the top as well. Okay, so we've got articulation just under the bosom, and it goes all the way around. You can see the join here, so you can kind of slightly move it, sort of side to side. But also, if we go further down, we also have articulation at the waist. There, you can probably just see it. And that's quite a sort of a smooth one that you can kind of just twist at the waist. Leg-wise, we've then got, if I can just show you, I'll pull this bit up. We've basically got articulation at the hip, where you'd normally have it. We've got articulation at the knee as well, but there's nothing at the ankle, which is fine, really. So yeah, so I think the only addition that we've got here that we didn't have on the previous doll is actually the wrist articulation. I think everything else we had, we just didn't have the wrist on that one. So look, I might grab the other doll and we can kind of look at them side by side. So here are our two girls side by side. Obviously there is similarities between their faces because they have the same face sculpt. But the way that they've been given a face-up is quite different. So there is, you know, some differentiation there, so you're not going to get them mixed up, essentially. Obviously one is a brunette and one is blonde anyway. But there's also kind of a difference between the way they've done the eyebrows and also with the kind of the general makeup as well, really. They've both got kind of shiny lips, which I do like because it does make it look like, you know, they've got the real lipstick on. And this one has got a lot more kind of shading, I think, on the face and sort of highlighting. I think skin tone wise as well, this gal is more sort of tanned than this one. And as I mentioned, the only kind of difference with articulation is this gal here does not have wrist articulation. The rest articulation between the two is the same. So here she is. I put her on a stand. I haven't put any shoes on her, so she's a little bit wobbly on there. I might have to borrow some from another doll. Unfortunately, the kind of the feet on these girls are not the same as any of the other dolls that I've got. So obviously I've got a pair of shoes which will fit my previous Tyler Wentworth doll. I think the mules that I have for Elwyn Wild kind of work on these dolls, so she might have to wear a pair of those for now. I might have to have a bit of a trek around and see what I can sort of find online for these gals, because I don't particularly want to just leave them in the outfits they're in, although this is a very nice outfit. I actually don't mind it that much. I think it's mainly the skirt bit and that kind of the size of that kind of lace pattern. But it is a very special dress, that's for sure, and it's obviously perfect for the first day of spring. But yeah, I would eventually like to change her out of this. So let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If you are celebrating Imbolc or St. Brigid's Day or just Brigid's Day, I hope you have a good one. By the time this video goes out, unfortunately that will have passed, but it's still just going to be in the same week, so you know, you could just carry on the celebrations for the rest of the week, I think. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and please feel free to share the video with anyone else you think might like this kind of content. And I will see you in the next one. So until then, take care, bye.